Show podcast, and I'm your host, Broadway, aka the Big Homie. And this is our Memorial Day special. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of bullshit going on out here, so we're mourning the day. You know what I mean? But with happiness, a lot of smoke for that. To my right, I got my main man, my second in command, first in command, all that together. Been down since day one, 4 flat tires. My master Cicerone, shot, get it.
Yup, G, I think he walked and we here.
Yeah, all right. And all the way to the other side.
What the fuck you gonna be doing? I'm the man for the hood. Promote shit.
Promoting don't never die.
This shit.
But he can call. He got a whole asthma attack.
He gotta do what he gotta do. He wanna show his waves on, but he couldn't. I ain't gonna tell that. But all the way over there, co-defendant. One of the dopest MCs alive. Might draw some shit in your hair if you ask him. Or
I'm a monster with it.
spray it.
Before I get into whatever I'm doing, a Memorial Day, everybody who got somebody in your memories right here.
I want to give a shout out and a toast to those.
I gotta touch off of that.
The kids that passed this week from that shooting.
Out there in Texas.
Yeah, out there in Texas. We can give them a moment of silence. And drink.
Ain't no black kid
God bless
in there, dude.
I think so.
Black or not, it was God shot.
Alejandre.
Yeah, it was a plethora of kids.
It was a different kids, bro.
Back to my introduction. Y'all see me at the fucking shop. I smelled barbecue, and I seen all y'all buying ice and motherfucking charcoal briquettes and all that. Ooh, boy, you can get it, boy. I ain't getting no plate from no fucking body. I had some fish at the prime not too long ago. I eat all fucking day. I just knew somebody's gonna bring me an onion ring or some type of shit. If you motherfuckers didn't. Somebody did,
With all
though.
the spray things you spray, you would think that.
I can't eat that. But what I do got, we was minding our own business. And then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Knock at the door, you know what I'm saying? It was the DoorDash people, you know what I'm saying? And we got our heat on. What we got over here? Introduce what we got, where it came from.
Oh, okay, we got Famous Kitchen in the building.
Where the fuck you at?
Our Famous Kitchen in the fucking building. We got fucking our Famous Kitchen in the fucking building.
Hey, what's on the menu there?
They brought in a fried rib tips. You know what I'm saying? Nice fried dropped, crispy with the Broadway sauce on it. You know what I'm saying?
And people that act like they scared to eat. I don't want to be the first one, but that's okay. I'm taking 7 of them home.
And they got the hand cut potato wedges over there too. Parmesan, lemon pepper potato wedges. So
Alright, that's what's up.
a little bit of something.
There's somebody.
You can go for it.
So no further ado. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking excited.
Let's get into
We
it.
get excited every week, but this is excitement to the fullest. This dude has done amazing things. And he just hit me with a story that I ain't gonna bring up, but cause it might make some niggas mad if I tell you who he is, but we'll get back to that. He's an MC. He's an actor. Got star-studded over here. The nigga is fucking a MC legend, a battle legend. You know, this shit could go on and on, you know what I mean? But we got my man, Dana Mobley, 614 in this bitch. What's up, bro? Glad to have you in here. We've been talking about it, right?
Yeah.
We've been talking about it, and I'm glad it's happening today, man.
That's
You
what's
come
up.
over here and hang out with the boys, because we ain't doing shit but sitting at the table, chopping it up, you know what I mean?
Like we always do about
Yeah.
this time.
And it's 4 MCs just happen to be
Hanging out.
Happen to be at the same white table. Just happen to be.
Everybody sitting saying who want to spit.
You
Right?
might hear a cipher.
I've been watching the movement for like a month, so I'm here. Homie, you people right there, they can't hear you. Those are the ones, the podcast, Spotify, whatnot. That's what the
Your
mic
smooth ass
come
voice
in,
and
please.
shit.
Yeah,
We already got 2 dude, smooth voice ass.
The nigga smooth.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
You would thought he was a 70s baby. Come up here like, yeah,
Check out my LP.
I told niggas that shit was a
ladies
song.
love, cool, mo, you know.
Era late, I should have been born in 74.
Yeah, you should have been, because that was a great year, bro. That was the year of greatness, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So, you know, me and you been chopping it up, texting back and forth and shit, you know. And like I said, I'm happy to get you here. And we go back, because you know, what people don't understand with Columbus hip hop, certain MCs, I'm not saying rappers, it's a difference. Certain MCs know each other because they done put in the time. So, you know, when you got history in the city, as far as building it, as far as creating it,
It's
as
from
far
the ground up.
from the ground up, you know what I'm saying? So certain people are connected. You may know, it might be from a talent show, it might be from a showcase, it might be from whatever, but the real people kind of connect and
create
learn and
bonds.
know each other.
We create bonds with that.
Right.
Because I didn't know this nigga right here.
Right.
I didn't know when I went to South, you know what I'm saying, since I'm an MC, you know what I'm saying, we battled everywhere. I mean, where you was at, you be in classes. My job is to call your ass out while you doing math. I mean, interrupt every guy. Remember we did shit like that, but the lunchroom, it was on ever since then. You know what I'm saying? Me, him, B, and he introduced me. I didn't even know y'all was brothers. I didn't even know him or none of that right there.
Didn't know they had a pit bull on the team that
Yeah.
eat everything.
And that was my nigga. I never battled him. I never did. Never, because I didn't want to do that to him.
Talk that shit, dude.
Oh, ain't that I'm gonna leave it alone, man.
Alright.
Well, I
Those niggas are crazy. Yeah.
He talking that shit.
Well, okay. Well, tomorrow we're gonna be on playground.
Oh man, address, let me show up.
So for the people who might not know who you are, but I know mad people know who you are. Let everybody know who you are and what's up with you, homie.
My name's Scopes, bro. I did.
And I apologize because that was my misspell.
Listen.
Misspell, because listen, that's
When I heard it, you see, I still posted the shit, right? I ain't give a fuck. I knew because a lot of people call me Scoops and shit, but my niggas was like, that must be a like alter ego or something. That's what your name was.
fucking real with
And I'm like, that's my nigga. I known him for so long. Bro didn't even know I knew him as long as I knew him, which was a story he was referring to, but we didn't talk about that later. But nonetheless, like, I put in work for a long time and shit, and then I stopped kind of playing with the music for a minute, got into the battling. I've been kicking niggas' ass for a long time, bro. Like, ain't no reason to
So,
sugarcoat it. I've been.
Were you at the battle at my tattoo shop? The shots fired?
Yeah.
You was there.
I've been rocking. I started out rocking with Who's Hot, which was the only league in the city at the time.
Right.
And then, like, you had niggas that did, see, a lot of niggas don't know they battle history in Columbus, but like, Skyscraper and Copyright battled at the Jay-Z joint back in the day.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of niggas ain't know that and shit, but like, there ain't never really been no league. We kind of been behind the 8 ball as far as a league. So then, we kind of piggybacked off of Bar for Bar, which is a Cleveland league. Who's Hot started they joint. They shit expanded a little bit. The owner was shaky. A nigga that actually started his battle career off of Who's Hot, started Shots Fired. His name A.R. Green.
My nigga AR.
He did a battle right after he came home and shit on Who's Hot. Then started his own league, and then as Who's Hot kind of dwindled, then we start, you know what I mean?
Right.
The main niggas from the roster at Who's Hot win league with Shots Fired, and now that bitch a regime for real.
That's crazy, because
That's
that
not
nigga AR is neck.
That's not an easy job.
Nah.
Because I was requested to be on, you know what I'm saying, the AR, you know, the shot fire thing. And I already knew who my opponent was, you know what I'm saying? And then I guess he dropped out or something, so I didn't do it. But while I'm figuring this out, I'm thinking I'm just going to show up because I had that ability and just go, no, you got to know this motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if you go to his Facebook, Instagram. I need to know who your kids is. I need to know who beat you up 2 days ago. I'm throwing everything at you. The eviction notice, everything.
The gang is. Niggas shit was set out on the
You
street.
gotta
You better know
study
it.
that shit. You gotta study
Like,
a person.
most of them battles get booked out like a month in advance, right? So like, with it being a month in advance, a nigga gotta know just a little something. I mean, even if you just went and watched the battle,
and that's what
you know something about the nigga to use as a reference. If you don't, you kind of cheat yourself on the material, because you can get away with 8, 12, 16 bars of playing with a nigga personal life, even if you're not a personal nigga, you know what I'm saying?
So you shouldn't be in there, dude. That's almost like playing football, but I don't want to get hit.
No, if you can eat you gotta be able to eat the personals in battle.
That's what I want to ask you.
Use personals. Like, I don't use personals personally. Like, if you go look at my battles, I might do like an 8-bar window in the 3 rounds. 8-bar window out of 3 rounds, that ain't shit. You talking like 100 bars per round.
Right.
So 8 to 12 out of 300 bars ain't shit personally, you know what I'm saying? Can you beat me rapping?
See, what bothered me was that
that's my thing. I'm a punch nigga.
Like I said, like it'd be a month in advance, so it was a long time it was going back, you know, and they advertising it still. My plan was to show the fuck up.
Yeah, niggas tell me I'm really a fool for not using personals.
But I don't even know. And once the dude was telling me, no, this is how it works. You gotta know your. So this whole time, the nigga that dropped out, I don't remember his name, but I got the flyer thing. You mean to tell me that this whole time while I'm just skipping around, cutting hair and doing dumb shit, this nigga is studying me? Mm-hmm. Like, that nigga probably know my kids and shit. Like, no, I work at it. Like you studying. I would
been watching you like the.
So in the battle, I probably would have lost. I was just went off the head.
Nigga checked your car facts, your whole facts, everything.
Fucking credit score.
And then back then and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Credit score like 320s. Can't get shit.
Fix your windshield wiper, bitch. I told you about my goddamn windshield wiper.
Nigga really delved in everything about it. And like you said,
that windshield wiper.
That's what goes to the point of him saying there's a difference between a rapper and an MC. MCs that listen to the battles, they decipher that shit. So like that shit don't mean nothing.
Right.
You telling me that you think I don't take care of my kids or some weird shit like
funny too.
That shit don't. I mean, I'm saying that's just hitting you to a real MC. That shit don't mean nothing. Yeah. Can you beat me in here?
Yeah.
Can you survive them 9 minutes in a gauntlet of haymakers getting thrown? You know what I mean?
It's a lot
everything I throw look like what Javante hit that nigga with Saturday. Everything I throw. You know what I'm saying? Every 4 bars look like that.
There's a lot of motherfuckers can't take it here because I done seen people get punched. I'm like, oh, you gonna let it? You punch him over some words? You know what I'm saying? It was a nice bar. It's like
they're fighting, battling, they corny. Why would you get in the back? You gotta have
shouldn't even be here if it got if it break your heart now.
Translucent, don't even play that game. It's like setting yourself up. If you know you wear your heart in your sleeve, nigga, don't date a stripper. You're a retarded nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Pretty much what it comes to. Like you don't do shit. It's oxymoron for you to do some shit you know you ain't built for.
That's real nigga shit right there. Yeah. And that's the thing I try to let them be know. Like as far as music go, I go hard on niggas because niggas went hard on me. So I can't just say a nigga sweet just cause, or if I really don't feel it, I don't feel it. Cause niggas suck. And coming from not sucking is hard to listen to a nigga like, oh man. Like nigga, if it don't hit me when it come on, I can't really listen to the next of the song. Cause if I gotta check, excuse me.
And that's the engineer's fault.
If I gotta check for your bullshit to be dope, you're not dope. Cause that first line should go in. I don't give a fuck if you just like, hey, the way you say, hey, it gotta catch me. It ain't really about the.
Cause there's some weak national people out here right now. You take that beat away and you just listen to an acapella. It's like, the fuck did you just say? It's garbage.
Listen.
And see, with battling, you can't hide behind the beat. You can't. You cannot hide behind the beat. Like, and that's kind of like where my strong point is. Ain't really no skeletons in my closet and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bitch, I peed the bed till I was 12. About as much as you gonna get from me on the personal side. Outside of that, I did
volunteer information or that was
volunteer information. I did business in the street the right way. Yeah, I did business in the street the right way. I handled niggas the right way. My morals been solid. So like when you get in there to talk about that kind of shit, you just lying. You know what I mean? But niggas, the real niggas that know me, because I've been accessible my whole life.
Who was you afraid of?
Who am I afraid of?
No, what was you afraid of at 12? Like,
I wasn't afraid of nothing. It might have been hereditary, but I pissed in the bed, so I was 12.
You know, they got a gland, man. A gland that it's either gonna stop growing or
School night, nigga, I might have to take that shower in the morning, nigga. I pee.
I can't spend like nobody's house. Can't nobody spend like You gotta stay punching on siblings.
I subconsciously cut off when I was drinking.
Was that deeper than
They didn't know,
anything
but
DC
fuck
ever
it.
said? Is that deeper than anything you went last week or 2 weeks before? Is that where he just went? Was that deeper into where you may have went the week before or the week before that?
You mean talking about the story I'll tell you about the crabs?
Whatever story. Him volunteering that information. Was that
I done
deeper?
pissed at a drunk club.
Was that deeper? When you was
Life, man.
a week ago and 2 weeks ago, was it deeper?
That's as bad
Was
as
that deeper into your sleep?
Not at all. Paul.
You gotta say the actual words. Like,
Blanks out.
like when I peed out the window, like what part?
No, I'm just asking. Was it deeper than?
I was scared of the dark, and my mom didn't play that light shit on. Everything was completely dark.
I wasn't really scared of shit.
So it was a long story.
I was a drinker. Since I was a little nigga. On the dog day now, I was a drinker. I drank
Mad
everything.
juices, water,
Juice, water, pop, I don't give a fuck you name. I drink
fucking Mr. Juices and all that.
shit ain't changed. You know what I'm
She
saying?
said, big the hood judge, all up under the bed.
Who took all the Kool-Aid? Hey, your ass, you think your ass what?
Get a can of Fago for a quarter, man. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you know what I mean?
That's really good shit.
You look up, you do like 6 goddamn Fagos, you wouldn't even pay no attention.
Nigga, I got 50 cents.
6 red pops in your motherfucking trash can. You wasn't paying no
You got 50
attention.
cents, $1. You go to the motherfucking store with $1, then you got a Fago.
I know people who
Man,
do
look,
that.
black and mild if you smoke, nigga, in the pack nowadays. That was the thing.
I got a nigga go
So
to his house.
motherfucking Fago, bag of chips for 25 cents, 35 cents for your motherfucking black and mild, and 15 cents for your now ladies.
And minimum wage was $2.35 too.
That dollar was like that. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? I was 14, minimum wage was
Okay.
$5.65, nigga. That shit was horrible. I'm
So,
almost.
when did you start rapping though? Like when did it come to you? When did you fall in love with hip hop? Like, or is that two separate questions? Like, when did it
It's two
touch
separate
you?
questions.
You
So
heard
listen,
somebody.
loving hip hop and shit. I fell in love with Ice Cube. Ice Cube was my king, right? So the song Microphone Fiend is still my favorite song to this day, right?
I like Rakim.
I was a little nigga, but I could relate to the little nigga kicking over the microphones in the video,
Yeah.
right? So fast forward, my brother was a tape collector. I'm talking about everything. They had everything. I used to, and he'd leave that motherfucker right at the song after we listened to. So I would have to pop in when he was gone, rewind the song, play his favorite song, and then put the fucking tape back where it
He was
was
that petty.
and put it away.
Like I know you
Everybody's
shit.
big brother is that
Yeah.
bad.
But he listened to
You had a big
he
brother,
listened to,
you
but he
ain't
listened to
that bad.
everything though. I'm talking Dodge Effects, X Clan,
Yeah.
NWA, Rakim, you know what I'm saying? Coogee Rap, all that shit. Like he listened to everything. So when you open this little brown leather case, everything was in there. But every song was right at the end.
Alphabetized. and all that.
Alphabetized, and every song was right where you put the tape in at. So I had to either rewind, fast forward to get to the song I wanted to hear,
You
and
talk
put that
about
bitch back.
That's
That's
petty.
the Road to the Riches album.
That's as petty as my mom
block selling,
putting down marks on her
money busting
her
on her sock,
Pepsi bottle.
Yes.
I filled that motherfucker back into the water with water.
Yes.
I know what flat meant. I don't know why my shit so goddamn flat.
It's flat.
Yeah,
They put tap water in
you
her
got a brother, if you got an older brother, I got 2 of them jerk offs, right?
So I 12.
I got 2 of them niggas. Like, you learn that line of fucking don't touch my shit. That's how I learned how to make beats.
Listen, man,
You tell me don't touch this shit. I was like,
Don't play with that nigga tapes. Don't play with that nigga Nintendo, man. Everything was straight. You feel me? It was cool. Like I had 6 brothers, 5 sisters.
damn.
One brother. I'm dead smack in the middle of 12.
In the same house?
No. My dad definitely was Dennis.
Rolling Stone like a
Rolling Stone like a motherfucker.
The motherfucker in their ass would fuck
My
my
dad had 10. My mom had 4, but 2 by my dad, so it made 12 of us.
Word.
Boom. Yeah, my dad got it in. He ain't missing.
But back,
Shooting clubs up.
You know all the kids?
I know all of them. We actually, the last 2 well, not the last two, but the two before the last two, they mom that took them away from us, and then we found them, I want to say 2011, but we met, me and one of my sisters that met up with them, and they was, cool, but they, you don't run by what your mom say. They had to get old enough to kind of
I thought I was
bump back into us and get the real lowdown.
Yeah.
Because they only knew one side of the story. So we met up with them. Me and my sister met up with them at like a McDonald's or something in 2011. Then they wanted to stay away for another 5-6 years. We ran back into them 2017. And
because you never started looking.
They picked up from there.
I got an uncle named Richard Roddy.
Yeah.
His kids is still, we just now meeting them, you know what I'm saying? Like some dude, his name is Richard Roddy III or something. He get my messages and shit, and he's like, you look like my dad. You know what I'm saying? Is that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, is your dad's name Richard? Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, that's my uncle though. You know, I know you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? They scattered all over the fucking country and shit. Like, you 32 years old and I'm just now meeting you and shit. Like, yeah, you a nasty nigga right there. Like, my uncle was. Dang.
So your uncle was your dad?
No.
His uncle was doing that.
I look familiar. I look similar to my uncle.
Okay.
So when he saw me, he just thought that maybe that was my dad too. Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy. That'd have been fucked up.
So man, what neck of the woods you talking about? What neck of the woods you from?
I grew up on the west side, right? So my mama kind of moved us a little bit everywhere, but most of my life I spent west side, north side. I stayed on the west side probably most of my first 14 years with the exception of like 3. So like 11 of the 14 years I stayed on the west side. I stayed on the north side for one of them years, and I stayed in Cincinnati and Mount Healthy for a year. You know what I'm saying? So
That nigga, he'll
I
turn
started.
give it up.
Yeah, I
back.
started out. I was born
don't even know.
I was born on Larry Place on Elaine.
What the fuck?
Know what I mean?
No, like you keep saying shit that kind of connect us in a way of speaking.
Yeah, I was
Nigga,
born-
what the hell, Tony? Where we grow up at, boy?
Larry Place.
That's crazy. I was born on
Swear to
Larry.
God.
I was born on Larry Place, February '84. My mom and them bought a house on the west side on Holly Hill, middle of '85.
That's where I worked
So
at.
I was
right
like
there.
a year, but I got a sister that's only like 11 months apart. So she came before we moved. So they had us two. And
So
then
what house y'all lived in on Larry's place?
Third one on the left.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
So I remember it.
I ain't gonna lie to you about the address, but I'll tell you once we hit that left on Larry Place and we hit that curve, I can show you any day you want to.
Yeah, because when when the curve start doing like that, before it turned into a whole curve, that's where our crib was.
No, what I want to know is
Not
not
that whole curve is right there. It's on the right. It was on the right hand side. That's
apartment.
and I only know because they took me back through. It was right past the apartments. It's love.
And right there before you get to the dead end,
Bang.
on the right hand side.
As soon as you turn.
So your mom white?
My mom white. My dad blacker than they.
Oh, man, I know your family, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Blacker than Ace of Spades. You hear me?
I can't remember your dad's name, but he had a Jerry curl back in the day when we
Definitely had a Jerry curl, and I showed you the whole TCB file.
This is fucking crazy.
That nigga was tweaking with that bullshit.
Y'all lived across the street from
I got that nigga in the
Nah,
shower
you
cap
remember
about 3
them across
different
the street in
times.
the corner next to remember Kim Woods that lived right there? Oh, that's enough. That's
Nah, I was too little to really
yeah, you was
like,
little. But I was asking him that he
But I had some brothers and sisters that was a lot older. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's crazy.
as far as they whole origin, the first kid come in 71. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You got like 71, 72, 73, 75, 2 and 76. I come.
Your mom got the long brown
I come
hair.
84.
She had the long
bless her
brown
soul,
hair.
she gone now, but yeah. And then, you know what I mean? They took that little hiatus from like 76 to 84 when they had me, and then there was a run after that. My dad ran after that. He was
Wow.
84, 85, 88, 88.
I can't get dad's name on the tip of my tongue. I remember his name too. Cause they
I know
knew
what
that
I
one.
wanna
They
know.
called him Duke. He most notable
Duke.
for whooping the cop's ass on Larry Place. He fucked the cop up real bad. He did a
My
cop
buddy
dirty.
used to live
Did a
across
cop
directly
dirty
across
on
the
Larry
street from
Place.
them.
Well, what did your brother's tape collection got to do with you writing?
The tape collection came. I used to listen to when Ice Cube's death certificate dropped.
Mhm.
That was the one.
Monumental
So,
album.
like the whole CD and everything. Like I used to play it every day, and I make sure I put it back in that place. So bro won't really fuck me up, and I don't really think he fucked me up, but that's what you under the impression of at that age. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
I'm
hey,
gonna say
nah.
something. This gonna make me feel old. So I'm not gonna say,
Nah,
you said death certificate and shit. It made me feel old. Cause I was like looking at you like I should pinch your little cheeks. Oh, he's
Nah,
a
hell
baby.
no, I'm about to be
He's such
40.
a baby. You know, Ice Cube. And I was looking at the fat boys and shit, and I was like, ooh, don't say that shit. Cause now you
I
gonna
remember
show
all that
your
shit, disorderlies and all that.
I
I'm
heard
about
the
to
fat
be
boys,
40,
and
so
that
I've
made
been
me
around the block a little bit. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? But I was off the porch early. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had, you know what I mean? Every brother got their different personalities. That brother was in the music. I had a brother that was knee deep in the street, you know what I mean? He did 21 and a half in the joint. You know what I mean? Like, I had it was different components, you know what I mean? And then he know one of my cousins and shit, we're respecting the shit. I hopped off the porch with them niggas. So
what song made you say I can do this shit?
Microphone Fiend. Microphone Fiend when I
So
really
that was
started
already
performing.
old by the
My
time
mom
you
and
heard
them
it.
used to throw card parties and shit. I'd go down there and
That's
shit.
almost every rapper
Rapping
favorite
and shit, and then like, you know, I was Mike Jack nigga heavy then, so I had a little shirt, goofy ass glove and shit. I'm entertaining.
You trying to get an image like this is my
They watching me, but I'm watching them. So like, while they watching me like I'm silly and shit, I'm the nigga watching them play bid whist. So I knew how to play bid whist when I was 12, 13. Knew how to play spades when I was 10. Things like that. Knew they was, you know what I mean, partying and shit. Well, you know what you call partying in the 80s. You know what's up. But nonetheless, I was watching them and they was watching me. So then, my brother with the music, I was real close with him. We played Tecmo Bowl. That nigga beat the shit out of me. Then I go, well, I listen to his tapes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And Ice Cube was the one that stood out. Death Certificate was the one that stood out. I listened to a lot of that shit, but that was the one where I was like, I started playing with words.
You got a crew or you like solo?
I just played with my. I was about to say I played with myself. That's a pause moment, but nonetheless, I was just doing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you got friends and shit. I always kept niggas around me and shit like that, but it wasn't really
How
a lot of
long
music.
before you
Yeah,
felt confident to actually let other people hear what you had to say? You know what I'm saying? Like,
2002 was the mark. 2002, I was 18.
and you started when?
I was 18. 18 when it really when that, like how you talking.
I mean, like when I was writing stuff in middle school and stuff, like I didn't say nothing. You know, just
Yeah, I just had shit ready.
You know what I'm saying? And Pam Pam.
Yeah.
Ronald Neal. You know what I'm saying? That's what made me
When
feel
I was
old
in
when
third
he
grade.
said, when he said Ice Cube.
That's when I was writing.
It made me feel old, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, we was in music class and the teacher, you know, she would play like a second or 3 seconds of a song and you supposed to, you know, this side versus this side, you say, you know, who it is, you know what I'm saying? And so this American anthem came on, but it wasn't an American anthem, you know what I'm saying? And immediately Pam Pam was like, Fat Boys. And then everybody laughed, because everybody know who the Fat Boys was at the time. You know, some people did, and I did not know who the Fat Boys. I mean, this is when they first came out, and they went on. They wasn't
blown.
Because we had 103. You know, you had to hook that shit up in your house on Saturdays and shit to hear rap, because rap ain't get no play. Rap didn't get nowhere. That was underground.
Yeah, we never got no play.
So it was hard to hear from somebody until they say we're gonna.
I was watching an interview with the nigga Play from Kid Play, and the nigga he was telling everybody that like nobody was really bumping them except Philadelphia and Ohio at the time. Like, when they first
I used to fuck with them
the
too.
Fat Boys, Salt Pepper, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they said when they was making they move during their first tour and shit, like wasn't nobody bumping them but Philly and Ohio.
Yeah, we was thirsty
That's
for rap.
crazy. They
Back
said New
then,
York
we
wasn't
was
really
thirsty.
bumping them.
Yeah.
I'm talking about no radio play, no TV play, no none of that shit. So if you did see the Run DMC, they first debuted and shit, everybody just watching it and shit.
And me and my homeboy being graffiti artists and shit like that too at the same time. We used to take the niggas and draw likenesses of them and shit, you know, make pictures and shit of the niggas and shit, like just.
That's crazy.
I used to bump the niggas, like, you know what I mean? I thought that shit was dope, because Play harder, like he really more harder when you listen to his lyrics. And his whole swag was way harder.
Yeah, like
And
when they do the
but
interviews,
Kid
they
can
tell
rhyme his ass off too.
you,
Kid
when they
can
do the
rhyme.
interviews, they kind of tell you and they kind of line up with what our whole
Yeah.
depiction was of them and shit. Like
Yeah.
they literally, like, dude had like a fucking scholarship to like a science type school. Like, you know what I mean? Kid really had
And
the Duncan Penderhughes shit he played, like Kid was really him.
And Play was in this
And
interview.
then Play was in the streets
saying
like Lay Brown.
like I couldn't be this on screen, and that bothered me because now I gotta put this face on that's not who I am. That's almost like asking Ice
he's
Cube.
artistic.
So to this day, you can't
all
convince
this
me
shit
to
too.
play. You know what I'm saying? That you like, you know what I'm saying, like a 50 Cent type of person because it drowned you out.
But you know, in New York back in the days, before niggas had to start, you know, I guess, quote unquote, keeping it real, niggas used to be like that. Like, it'd be like a nigga that was a good student, but that nigga get out of school and hit the block and be trapped.
Yeah.
That's what
You know, they would be at school,
He would hit the block.
literally wearing a suit or, you know, some sweater and a tie and shit like that. Get out of school, go throw their hoodie on and be on the block.
Yeah,
Going
they
to
say
school.
the block steal cars and all type of shit. You know
All
what I'm
that.
saying? But go to school every day.
Yeah, I know people that's like that.
Cause that's what kind of gravitated me towards Play, is because he was an artist. You know, me being an artist, that nigga the Graffiti Suite. I think he did like one of their album covers, and was it School of Hard Knocks, something like that. That was his clothes line and shit like that. So I thought the nigga, I was like, damn, really? Like, you know, when you find in hip hop, it's a lot of niggas that really kind of like connect because of the creativity. You know what I'm saying? I know like Paul Clark, he an MC, but he can draw, he can cut hair, he can, you know what I mean, do some shit. Giddy an MC, he can draw, cut hair. I can draw, and well, when I'm bananas when it comes to drawing. All right, I'm like crazy.
You can draw, but I can draw.
And I can cut hair. You know what I'm saying?
This.
And then like you know, I know niggas like.
How you gonna throw the tattoo and the cooking and shit out there out the window?
Well, I mean, the tattoo goes with the
I admire the
artistic, you know what
tattoo
I'm saying?
shit because I can draw a picture with you with an ink pen and you be scared to touch it and shit. But this drawing on skin is completely fucking different. I got 2 tattoo guns with all the colors and all that shit right there, and then you know, fuck that little fake rubbery shit you're supposed to practice on. But I'm sitting up there stretching my skin. How you draw and what I draw on my skin, it's nowhere near the fucking same.
So give it up.
Ain't no eraser for this shit.
Got to pay some bills real quick.
That's right.
I got a taste of some greens. I want something different. I mean, some chicken from More Famous Kitchen when ain't no ingredients missed and less. And I want a brisket. I like my cornbread biscuit. Pick up the phone, come get this. They got the biggest sandwiches. Ha! Thank you, Jesus. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup. Yup.
The best. Our Famous Kitchen.
But we can't say it. I watched that shit. That shit was horrible as fuck. And everybody had their I seen
That
face
used
on
to be
this
the
shit.
Code 45 works at the time. 2022, I'm on my break.
We really already trying to get that shit too.
Hey, and that's the voice that I want. That's the voice that I want right there.
I'm trying to get to it.